Today's video is 6 hacks that will make you utterly unrecognizable. 6 things that you can do that will definitely elevate you beyond measure. We're going to get straight into this. But first, hey friend, welcome to my channel, Creating Elude Mental Gems. This channel is dedicated to leveling up in all areas of your life. So let us learn together, read together, but most importantly, grow together. Now, without further ado, let's get into this video. We're going to start with the very first one. If you truly want to elevate, sleep, hydration, and walks. Don't underestimate health and rest to change your whole physique and face. Imagine how many people would get rid of their acne and have clearer skin if they just stopped drinking juices and sodas and drank more water. Imagine how much your mood would change if you just slept for 8 hours, and how your metabolism increases from getting a full 8 hours and hydrating yourself. Imagine how sleep and water actually curbs your cravings and appetite. You could work out until you're black and blue, but if you're not resting and hydrated, you will be fighting for your life to lose that weight. A lot of people underestimate the simple things. You hear it a lot, but for whatever reason, it's just not clicking or registering for you. And that was me before I went into my weight loss journey. If you've seen my older videos, y'all know see me getting on there. I still have a long ways to go, but hey, we're going. That's all that matters. But I realized I was working, burning myself out. Like, I'll show you guys, I would literally doing like 10, 12 miles a day, walking on a treadmill, running, doing all of that. But I was not sleeping and I was not drinking water. And I could not for the life of me understand why I was not losing weight the way that I should. My metabolism sucked, okay? So when I realized, it just landed for me one day, like, Kareem, just sleep. I slept. It was by accident, actually, because I got sick and all I did was sleep. And every morning I woke up, it felt like I was just shedding the weight. I was losing a pound a day. And I'm like, wait, what's going on? And I was able to have a Fitbit to track, my blood pressure, all of those things, a resting heart rate. And I noticed that my resting heart rate started decreasing the more that I started sleeping. And I'm not someone, maybe I was pre-hypertensive, I don't know, but my resting heart rate starting out was in the 90s, guys. That's not good at all. That's not good, like 91, 92. And it was because I was not sleeping. I would literally go to sleep at 3, 4 in the morning, and then I'd be up at 9. And that was my daily. I felt terrible. I felt nauseous. I had terrible acne. Like, it was just not life, okay? But now, I started seeing, my resting heart rate went down. Okay, now I'm in the 70s. What am I doing? All from just sleeping 8 to 9 hours a night. And then, of course, drinking water, being hydrated. I used to be so dehydrated, like, it made no sense. You will know by the color of your pee, all right? Your pee should not be that heavy and dark. It shouldn't, smell like acidic because you just have not drunken water. I didn't have an aversion to water, I'm not a juice person. I didn't drink juice, but I just didn't remember to drink my water as often. Now it's like, it has changed my mood, my clarity as well, because a lot of times we're moody, we have headaches, and it's just from that, and made me essentially unrecognizable. It's done wonders for me. A lot of you guys have skin issues. You could spend thousands of dollars buying the best creams, the best lotions that are out there. But if you do not hydrate and you do not sleep, you keep going and going, and you might think you're sleeping, but you're not. I would say you don't have to wear like a Fitbit for the rest of your life. But me, I was somebody that needed it just to track my sleep for some time, to understand my sleeping patterns and to help me sleep better. It helps because I thought I was being well rested and I was sleeping, but it will show you a whole sleep profile that's not. And you know what? I shouldn't even do this. It's like a commercial for them. I'm not getting paid for this. Trust me, guys. But yeah, you can't underestimate the power of that in truly making you unrecognizable. I can't stress that enough because it's the simplest thing and it's free. It's free, but it's what people do the least. It's almost as if we would rather torture ourselves and buy all the expensive creams. We would rather someone tell us to, do something that is so difficult and physically impossible to get the physique we want, for our skin to clear. But when they give you the simplest thing, like drink water and sleep, no. And then also going on walks, right? Because there's a lot of people that lift weights, but they don't do no cardio at all. So they're buff, but they're not trim and slim. And I've learned, hey, I love cardio, and it's beyond just how you physically look. It's good for your heart health. Like I said, my resting heart rate was at 91, 92. Okay, so it was pretty bad. I needed to walk and run for my heart health. And I have a lot of people in my family that, has strokes, high blood pressure, etc. And I was going down that road because I have the same similar eating patterns. Make sure you get your 10,000 steps. A lot of you guys think you're walking enough, you're standing, oh, my job, all I do is walk, until you get a Fitbit. There's somebody that really thought all they did was stand on their feet and walk. And literally they got a Fitbit teacher, right? And saw that they couldn't even crack 10,000K. It's really tough to get 10,000K steps. And you think you're getting it in because you're walking. And by the end of the day, like, only 5,000, only 6,000. It shows you that you have to actually be intentional in getting in your cardio, your walk, going up and down the stairs. I'm telling you, within 6 months, not even 3 months, you're going to be unrecognizable if you do those things. And of course, your eating habit comes with that. It all encompasses the health aspect. I'm not saying to go start off really strong, but for me, what has helped a lot is I'm not super strict, because on the weekend or events or parties or whatever, I'm not super strict on how I eat. I just want to enjoy myself. But at home, strictly paleo. If God did not make it, I will not eat it. Okay. And that has helped me a lot. And also intermittent fasting, not overeating past a certain window, making sure that, hey, I'm giving my body time to rest and I'm not constantly eating. And it's almost as if every time people see me, they're like, oh my goodness, you look different every time I see you. And it's like, listen, it's these habits. By the time, I'm at my goal weight where I want to be, I know I'm not going to be recognizable. You guys are going to look back, because I look back at old videos. I'm like, who is that? But literally, this is why you should listen to this video, save it, like it, thumbs up, because it works, everything I'm about to say. The second one is getting your finances together and mastering your spending habits. Having savings and money in the bank really does transform you. Have you ever heard the saying, you're not ugly, you're just broke? Well, yeah, for a lot of people, when you're constantly in survival mode, living paycheck to paycheck, you cut out things like skincare, grooming, and even purchasing healthy whole foods that will help you glow from inside out. Extra funds mean extra coins to elevate your style. Get the right skincare products or natural healing face mask to be able to purchase natural food and relax your nervous system enough to boost your metabolism, which makes you a whole new person. And I do have a financial playlist on that. If you're curious, go check out my financial playlist. We talk about a lot on there. That was my major before YouTube. That's the field that I worked in. So
trust me, you're not ugly. You're just broke. Even if you think you are fine now, when you have money, you see your true beauty. Money has a way of bringing out your true colors. Think of any rich person you know. How do they look like? Exactly. It's very sad that most of you are busy doing skincare, but your skin doesn't care. Listen, just focus on getting your money up. When you get money, every other thing will follow. Rich people have control over their emotions to some extent. When rich people are sad, they can just say, okay, let me just go and chill in the Bahamas or Dubai. Let's not say they don't travel. They can just decide to go out and enjoy themselves. But you, when you are depressed, what do?
I found that when I was in debt, I did a video on how I got out of over 500K debt. I know, it's crazy. But when I was in that debt, I was huge, okay? I was not it. I was unrecognizable. My sadness, depression was shown on my face. I had a lot of debt. We talked about how I even got in there in that video. But upon getting out of it, it's not just about making more money. Sometimes a lot of you guys are making above average what you need to survive. It's just you have terrible money habits. You are over generous and you overspend. It's not necessarily that you just don't have enough, okay? And so, but for a lot of people, it is that they don't have enough. And we talk about different side hustles, different things that you can do to increase your income, all in my financial playlist, because I understand for a lot of people, they just don't have the extra funds to put aside money to go groom themselves, get their nails done, or go get a facial, go to a dermatologist, because sometimes maybe water and rest and diet is not changing it for you. It's something else that's hormonal, and you need to get the extra coins to, go to a dermatologist or go to a nutritionist, etc., to kind of figure things out. You don't have those extra coins. A lot of celebrities we see, we're like, hey, they look this good because they have money to hire a personal trainer. They have money to hire chefs. They have money to get the latest and best fashion, best hairstylist, best makeup artist, right? Money can elevate your look. A lot of people don't believe that. But yeah, when I was broke in my debt, I looked really rough, because it's beyond just that. I wasn't buying Whole Foods. I'm not gonna go to the farmer's market. Are you kidding me? What? I'm gonna get the cheapest thing at Walmart or Save-A-Lot or wherever store is nearby. And sometimes, hey, veggies are just too expensive. It's better if I just get noodles and this and that. So how I was eating was showing up on my face, my skin, my body, because I wasn't spending money on the better food, like nutritious food. And then also my makeup quality was terrible because I was trying to get the cheapest things I could get. And I'm not saying more expensive is better. That's not the case. But in some cases, cheaper is not better. Cheaper is not better for everything. There's things you can go the cheaper route and get, but there's some things like it just showed, for ladies, y'all know hair. Hair is one of those things that go. And you're like, okay. And me, I'm working so much. Because you in that much debt, you don't have time when you're natural. Because I'm natural underneath this, and it's a lot of maintenance when you're natural hair, right? When you're working all the time, it's a lot of maintenance. So you got to throw some in, get a protective hairstyle, and guess what? The quality of that was low because it's like I ain't got the coins, so my hair looked like it, my makeup looked like it, my nails looked like it, okay, my skin looked like it, and the outfits I was wearing. They'd be done in a day. They tore easily. They didn't sit on me right. They weren't tailored. I look rough. And so don't underestimate that. And I know that's more difficult because you might be in survival mode right now, but you have to take a moment for yourself, pray about it, journal and really see, am I in survival mode? Like, am I living paycheck to paycheck? What areas in my life could I change? If you see my $500K debt, I had to take a lot of accountability for a lot of things. And then you're responsible for your finances. You're responsible for your career. You're responsible for your future, not your job. So if this job is not giving you what you're worth, you're working extra hours, this and that, while you're still working at a job, start applying to other jobs. Go, if you can, squeeze in that extra time instead of being on social media all day. You got obviously time. You have time to watch me on a YouTube video. I don't know how long this video is going to be, but that time could have been spent, doing an application. I know that probably would take away from my coins, but still, a lot of people like to say they don't have time, but you got time to watch this. You got time to watch another video. You have a whole playlist of videos you need to catch up on, okay? You could even watch this while you're applying to something, right? Because a lot of people watch things and they're doing things, but scrolling on social media, going out with friends, doing all those. I used to have this state of mind when I was really, really broke, to say that because it's something my dad used to say all the time. And at the time, I was so annoyed that he would talk like that because I want to go to movies with my friends and stuff. And, young living under a roof. And he's like, hey, broke people don't go entertain themselves. That we don't do that. And I was like, what? I know it sounds terrible. Like, what, Kareem? No, that's toxic. Okay. But at the time, I thought the same way. But when I was in that debt, I was like, yeah, what am I celebrating? What am I celebrating to be out every weekend, depleting my sources, my funds to be out, going to the movies, going to restaurants, going out with friends. I can't say no to a vacation. And I know I'm going to come back in more debt. What am I celebrating? Until I'm at a place I don't need to celebrate. You remind me of the funny thing. I think Nicki Minaj said, broke people don't deserve to laugh.
Oh my God. Imagine someone sitting home mumbling and cackling instead of paying their bills. You laughing at? Broke people should never laugh. Now hold on.
That's cool. But no, if you can do something about it, like I know I sound crazy and I don't 100% agree with this narrative. I believe no matter what income bracket you're in, there's things that you can do for yourself to entertain and lift up your spirits. But yeah, I don't need to celebrate if I'm about to be evicted. I'm like 1 inch away, 1 cent away from being evicted every month. I have nothing to celebrate, and I don't need to go nowhere but sit and figure out how I'm going to make these extra coins. What am I going to sell? Do I need to make some hot plates, sell some plates, start doing hair? What do I need to do? Do I need to make a lemonade stand? Do I need to go cut people grass? What do I need to do? That's where you have to be. Ain't no celebration until you're good, right? Number 3 is cutting off narcissistic and toxic people and relationships. I did a video on boyfriend error and resentment phase. I showed you guys examples of how being with the wrong person can physically make you less attractive. Yeah, being with the wrong person really changed your face. There's a whole science behind the resentment face. I'm not going to put it in this video because I did a video about it. Just put resentment face, Karina Lewd Mental Gems in the search. You'll find it. I'll go through, my playlist. But like, there's a whole science. The more sad you are, you droop your face. A lot of people look older than their age or look depleted because their facial micro expressions are constantly in depression mode and sadness mode and anger mode, right? But when your natural face is smiling and happy and joy, you look younger, you look more alive, right? So a lot of people have a lot of resentment, bitterness. It shows. Being with the wrong person, you arguing every day, your cortisol is up, you're always in survival mode in a relationship, you're fighting. Yeah, you're gonna look crazy, as you guys see with the examples. So if you want to be on, there's people that cut off a toxic relationship and they become on. Don't you see that once a woman get out of a toxic relationship, it look like she just had a glow up. She done lost all the weight. She done her hair, everything. She just grew up. For a lot of men too, they'll finally cut off that woman that's been toxic and a nuisance around their heads. And then you see, dang, he look kind of good since that last relationship, because literally people really can make us regress when it's toxic. Just like you'll see some people get into a relationship and they're glowing, like, you're glowing, sis, you're happy. Yes, because that person is bringing you joy, peace. You're constantly laughing. You're at rest, Those are the type of people you need around you, friends. If I can't be at your house and be your friend and be in your space, if I was got to take a deep breath every time I'm around your space, if I'm in fight or flight mode every time I'm around you, I don't want no friends like that, So a lot of friends will even do that. When you cut off some toxic friends, you just see you glow up. Some people, they'll cut off their whole friend group. There was an era, the Lord just removed a lot of people from me in 1 year. He was like, Creed, this is where I'm going to take you. And I'm just like, oh my goodness, a lot of people was taken away from me. But I saw just how quickly I was glowing up mentally, physically, spiritually, intellectually, socially. And I'm like, wow, these people were really holding me back and I didn't see it. Sometimes we want to hold on to things and God just needs us to cut it out so we can elevate. Whatever you're holding on to, whoever you're holding on to, you're going to be stuck in that same situation until you let it go. Just trust the Lord. There's always better, honey. There's always better. Trust me. 5 is living a soft life and being kind to yourself. Eat on that nice plate. Light that candle. Take that bubble bath. Go frolic in the park. Bring a blanket and a good book and relax. Pamper yourself and be soft to yourself. It will show on the outside that you are elevating. A lot of people feel guilty to pamper themselves. A lot of people feel guilty to have fun, to eat. And I know that sounds crazy. I just said the broke thing, but not everybody's bad with money that's watching this, right? So one thing in the Haitian household, we'd have these couches and they'd have the plastic over them and you just could not sit over them. And it'll be years that plastic will still be on that couch because they try to preserve the couch. Or there's the china. I will not. I know a lot of people love the china look. Me, I said when I have a house, I would not have a china set because it's something in the Caribbean, especially Haitian culture, every home has it. Though it could be beautiful if I'm collecting antiques. All right, but I'm not into collecting those type of antiques. But I've always said I would not have a china. Why? Because it always bothered me that we could never use those plates. They're beautiful. They're gorgeous. And many times, for convenience, of course, we'll eat off of paper plates and plastic forks all the time. But even special dinners, I know once a week, could we just eat on a nice place? They were there for, we had special guests or, it was a holiday or something. And that was that. But I've trained myself to say things were made to be used. Things were made to be used. And there'll be better things that are created. It's okay. I could wear and tear these plates and these forks and spoons out and then buy some new ones in the future. Why am I never can eat in a nice place. I don't know how long I have on this earth, so I'm going to enjoy every minute of it. The couch, it was meant to be sat on, not be uncomfortable with the plastic. Listen, sit on that couch, remove that plastic, okay? Treat yourself nice. You have a tub in your house that's big enough for you to do a bubble bath. You never do it. Why not? You have some nice mugs. You never pour tea in those mugs, right? Just always constantly trying to preserve. Just pamper yourself. Do the cute things for yourself. Wear that outfit, you know? Like, why do you gotta wait to go out to look cute in the house? How you constantly see yourself is how you view yourself. It's really proven, because for a lot of people, it's draining and it seems like a lot to get up and actually be cute at home. But from personal experience, though there's a whole science behind that and psychology behind that that's studied and proven, but from personal experience, I found that I am more depressed. Every time I pass by the mirror, I look rough. If I spend a whole week or month in my house looking crazy, not upkeeping myself at all, it impacts my whole mood and how I view myself. How I view myself, literally, the respect that I have for myself, it impacts it. But if I just freshly got groomed, I came, got my eyebrows waxed, and I'm looking at myself like, oh, girl. It just boosts up your self-esteem, confidence, you're more peaceful, you're talking to people, because grooming really does have a psychological effect on us. And a lot of people say, no, it don't matter, I'm not like that, I don't care for looks and this. All right. Even the Lord loves beautiful things, okay? In Song of Solomon, it talks about the beauty of the wife. The Lord, even the first kings, when they talk about David and Saul looked better than all the other Israelites. The Bible said that. And then Solomon, so did he. He was handsome. David looked better than all his other brothers, okay? God used beautiful people. Even Esther. Esther was gorgeous above all the other women of the land. Ruth, please don't act like it's a sin to care for beauty or to want to be beautiful or to feel, your self-esteem with it, like to build up your self-esteem. Please, let's not do that. I already did a beauty is not a sin video. Check that out also, because there's people that are in there, but it does help because you are fearfully and wonderfully made. But how are you taking care of the body that God gave you? If God said you are fearfully and wonderfully made, you are altogether lovely, my darling. That's how the Lord speaks to you. But then you taking care of yourself like trash. You're not brushing your teeth. You're not grooming your hair. You're not grooming yourself. You don't smell good. You stink. Your outfits are all wrinkled and everything. Like, there's no lotion. You actually skin is peeling and cracking in the house. It's kind of like you're mistreating the gift, which is this body, bag of bones that the Lord gave us. You're mistreating it and not giving honor and respect to how he made you. So take care of yourself because it is godly. All right. 6, and the last one is reading your Bible daily and surrendering to Christ for all your needs. Nothing has elevated me more and given me more wisdom than my walk with Christ and completely surrendering. He has softened my face. In Ecclesiastes 8 verse 1, it says, how wonderful to be wise, to analyze and interpret things. Wisdom lights up a person's face, softening its harshness. Getting closer to God actually makes you more beautiful. His spirit literally gives you a glow and radiates your face. When you walk into a room, you will quite literally light up the room and bring so much joy with you. That all comes from Christ. I've been told, and it's not a boost thing because it's literally with Christ. Like, since I started being in Christ, I've had several people that have come to me that know me in the past. They're like, Corinne, I'm just so happy every time I see you. Like, you have a glow, this and that. I love seeing you. And before I wasn't like that because I had a RBF. I was, but now it's like, there's a light in my face when I'm around people. It's not a burden to smile. Like, I don't have to I used to force and fake myself to smile just so I wouldn't be seen standoffish and this and that. Now it just comes naturally. Like, the joy of the Lord literally radiates outside of you when you talk to people. My hugs are different. I used to just tap. I didn't like to give people like real deep hugs. But like, even my hugs is different, how I move. And I find that beauty far outweighs anything, because you'll see a gorgeous woman physically that is hideous and it's like a repellent. No one wants to be around them, right? But the beauty that comes from getting closer to Christ is like honey, it attracts all the needs. And it just makes you so beautiful. And a lot of people is like, oh, what's the secret? What have you done? This and that. All those are great that I say. But the secret really is God makes you more beautiful. I also pray about everything I do. I'll do a video on legalism with looks and stuff. I'll pray about what I'm going to wear. Like, I'll pray, Lord, what should I wear? And he'll put together an outfit for me. My best friend does the same thing. And it always looks amazing, right? Versus when I don't pray, I don't look that great. I don't get as many compliments. I'll pray about how to even do my makeup. I'll pray about how to do my hair. I'll pray about everything that has to do with my physical appearance. And the Lord literally will guide me, and I see the difference. I look in the past and like, ooh, and I really listen to him with that. So I pray about everything, down to what I'm going to eat for the day, what am I going to order for groceries, even energy to clean my house. I don't always have the energy, to clean up and do all that, whatever, although I'm a little bit OCD with things. But there's days I'm just doing a lot is going on, and I don't always have the energy. And I'll pray for that. Lord, please give me the energy to clean my house. Or how do you want me to set this up? Where do you want me to put this plant? How do you want me to set up, even down to the decor of my home? Because that impacts our mood too. I already did a video on that as well. How decor, colors, and all of that, how it affects us and our mood and decisions that we make, right? So those are all prayers. And I feel like the more you pray about every little thing, the more wise you are, because the wisest being that could ever be and will ever be is directing you, is leading you. So of course you will move in wisdom. The wisdom don't come from me, it comes from God, right? So yes, Karina is wise because I pray about everything and I let the Lord order my steps. And that wisdom is freely available to everybody. And I challenge you to use that wisdom. Tap into that wisdom for the next 3 months and tell me your life has not changed. I challenge you to pray about every single detail, annoyingly, till you annoy yourself, because you can't annoy God. Pray about everything, where you're going, who you're talking to. Before I tell you, I'll even pray before I pick up the phone. Somebody call me, I'll pray before I pick up the phone. Does that sound dramatic? Absolutely. But I've learned, I've lived, and I understand how one conversation can change your whole life. Replying to one DM can change your whole life. Going out one time, one place can change your whole life. Some people leave their house and they don't come back in. So you got to pray about everything. Some people eat something in the fridge. You didn't pray about it. You didn't even realize. There was no, how many times I'm about to go eat something and I pray, I give it to God and God make me see something. And then I'm like, oh my goodness. How about watercress? I love watercress. It's a Caribbean thing. I love eating it with plantains and sauce and stuff. And we wash our watercress with lime water, salt, and you let it soak. It removes all the bugs. So I do that. But still, sometimes there's things you might just miss. And I pray, no, it's a giant little spider just sitting there. The Lord let me see. I'm like, Lord, I know I only saw that because I prayed. So some people eat, and that's their last meal. Okay, so you pray about everything, and the Lord will protect you and order your stuff. I love you guys so much. Thank you for tuning in. I will see you in the next one.